Designer applications in SpreadsheetWEB allow for selecting from three restriction types. These are unrestricted, restricted, and restricted with registration. Unrestricted means that the application will be open to the public, as in anyone who have the URL of this web application can access it. Restricted option limits application access to those who have accounts under your SpreadsheetWEB license. The last option, restricted with registration, offers the best of the two worlds. This feature is especially useful for data collection tasks where you might want to track user activity in the system and free yourself from the hassle of creating multiple accounts. Let's see how this works on an example. In the meantime, I'm also going to copy the application URL, which we're going to need later. Here we have a startup financials calculator where startups can enter details about their business and find details like their break-even point. We can also capture this data with the use of a save button. Let's assume that we don't know how many users we're going to need to create. We're also going to want to save this data for internal use, and we don't want to open this application to anonymous users. You need to select Restricted with Registration for an application to accept new user registrations into your Designer application. This can be done from the Application Settings page when creating an application, or by pressing the blue Edit Application icon next to the application when you're in the Control panel. Once the application access is set to Restricted with Registration, users who have an account in the system will be able to access it just like any other application. Those who don't have an account, however, will have to click the Sign Up button to create a new account. Let me show you how this works on a separate web browser. Those who already have an account in the system can just enter their details here and then click Login. Those who do not have accounts can click Sign Up and enter their details. Now that I have an account in the system, I can log in to access this application. This will create a new guest user under your account, which will count towards the number of named users your SpreadsheetWEB license allows. Guest user is a special type of user role where access is only granted to the application the user has signed up to. Guest users can use the authenticated application and save data into it, but they can't access any other parts of the system, including the data that they saved. Saved data can only be accessed by other non-guest users in your account. Under the data page, we can find the record that was created by this user. These types of users will appear as guest user with no control panel access under your users page. If you would like to make these users permanent in the system, you can always go to Edit Users and assign them a different user role. Thank you for watching.